Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. Today we are listening to And Also the Trees. Never heard of them, but we're going to hear at least a little bit of them today. We're going to listen to this track off of their 1986 album, Virus Meadow, and that will be The Critical Distance. I've never heard of them, like I said, but this track was recommended to me by Eduardo Ferreira. So, Eduardo, thank you so much for the suggestion. Like I said, never heard of them, no idea what to expect out of them. But what I can tell you that I can't quite figure out, and I was trying to figure out before, and it may just be the Wikipedia, who knows. But this track, The Critical Distance, it says, like, where I look, it says it's from this album. However, on Spotify, it shows that it's not on this album. So, honestly, no idea. However, we're going to listen to it anyway. Here we go. Backwards.
Never beginning, never ending days. Days when the ceiling is so low I cannot stand.
Kind of Joy Division.
And the blunted knife presses into me. Melting in the airless heat, the walls closing on me, nudging me this way and that, from one to another, like nervous thunder. Thudding in my head, a heart is beating out the boredom, nudging me this way and that, from one to another, like nervous thunder.
It's like an experimental kind of gothic track. It's kind of, that bass is very Tool-esque. Now I'm thinking about it.
And the ever-watching walls lean over me. When awake, I am alone. There is nothing but a vast blank floor. And although the walls are watching, I never reach them. No matter how far I walk, I can never reach them. house, close the sky.
I don't even feel like talking. On one hand, I think that this is best listened to as part of the album. On its own, I get it. I get that it's this kind of gothic-y, almost like a post-gothy, experimental kind of sound. I get it. I'm struggling. Never beginning, never ending days. Days when the ceiling is so low I cannot stand, and the blunted knife presses into me, melting into the airless heat. The walls close into me, nudging me this way and that, from one to another like nervous thunder, thudding in my head, and heart is beating out of boredom, nudging me this way and that. I'm genuinely struggling to find the words to say, because I didn't like it, duh, right? But I understand it, and I think that this would do better within the midst of the album. This definitely feels like an album track. And this isn't me just digging, trying to find something. No, I truly believe that. This is definitely part of the album, because on its own, it doesn't stand very much or very well. But in like a journey, in a progression, I can definitely see this being a portion of a journey. You know what I mean? Like part of the story. I think the experimentation behind it, the sounds, the echoing, the reverb, the spooky atmosphere that's being built is kind of interesting. I think the vocals are pretty good as well for what they are in this track, which is primarily just being spoken. The bass line has this almost Tool-esque kind of quality to it, which it hypnotizes you, it mesmerizes you, kind of spirals and draws you into this sense of paranoia. The vocals by Simon Hugh Jones. I like his vocals. I have no problem with that. In a sense, I have no problem with the music either. It's just as a standalone track, nothing really happens. Except for the lyrics and the story and the, poetry that's being put down. That's kind of where I but I don't, I guess this is going to sound bad, but like, I need the music to get me involved, to get me to care about the lyrics. And I know there's a lot of depth in them, but I just don't care for it. The other song we pulled up was decent. Chantel, the last song on the album. That sounds pretty cool. I feel like this is a journey. Nothing against you, Eduardo. Thank you. Listen, I'm always open to hearing new music. Listen, I could play music that is like my favorite stuff, and most people on this channel will be like, "What are you listening to, JP?" So, listen, this one's not for me. That's okay. I appreciate the exposure, though. And I'm not trying to be overly critical. Please clap. Hey, let me know what you guys thought of it in the comments down below. You can follow me over on Twitter, support the channel on Patreon. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you again for the suggestion. Even if it didn't land for me, I appreciate the exposure no matter what. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you later.